the replay. If you're curious if you are watching me live or if this is a like the replay, you should see a red live button up in the left-hand corner, I think it is. I'm pretty sure. If someone's on here in a minute, when someone hops on, maybe you can let me know where you see that little red live button. So sometimes I have people confused on where to look. Hello and welcome. I'm just gonna wait a moment before getting started too much. I think I have everything out here. This is just a quick little video. Hi. How's it going? Good morning. I'm gonna go ahead and shut one of my doors here. Someone is putting a new roof on, and so it might be a little loud next to me. So sorry, I'm gonna shut my doors real fast. I should have already done that. I wasn't really planning to be filming, but normally on these days when my daughter's at school, I'm filming anyways, and so I already did my filming for the day. I filmed 5 videos, holy moly. And so I didn't want to film another one just because I get kind of burnt out, and I'm just working on a project that I'm making for my Patreon members for May, and this one I think is going to be part of their mail packs, but I'm not sure yet. I gotta try it out and see if I like it. So let me go through and see your comments real fast. Good morning. Hello to the Netherlands. So glad that you guys could make it. Okay, thank you for letting me know. So the red live button is on the bottom left of the screen. If you're watching it live, which obviously you guys right now are. However, I guess if you're watching the replay and you heard me say that, you might think I'm talking to you too. But sometimes people are confused if it's live or not. So I just wanted to point that out. Well, I have to be productive because I only have 2 days of 2 days a week to fit in like full-time work. So I just have to. There's no going around that. But one day my daughter is going to be in school full-time and I'm going to be sad because she's never home. So, I got to make it work. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get started since you guys are here. I'm making some faux rice paper. I did not come up with this idea. I rarely come up with an idea just all on my own. That's just how the crafty community works. We're always inspired by things. But I watched a tutorial from Treasure Books, Natasha. If you don't already know her and you like junk journaling and like easy projects and using things you already have at home, you have got to go follow her. She's amazing. Her channel really has blown up. So I'm following her tutorial, but I'll still show you what I'm doing today. There's going to be a bit of a glare just because it's bright in here and we're using plastic, but let's just go ahead and get started. This is a napkin. I won't be able to show you the final results in this video because things have to dry, but I'll maybe post some photos or I'll post like a quick little short video. Okay, enough talking. We're going to get started. So I'm using napkins and I'm also going to maybe try some pattern paper for this technique. Can't wait to watch. Okay, great. Awesome. Let's go then. And so I have just a Ziploc bag. I couldn't figure out where any of my like wax paper was, but I finally found parchment paper. I hope that works. So just use something kind of sticky something that's not sticky. Let's just go. Let's go. Let's see. And Amanda, I can only see the live dot on the bottom left of the screen when I click on the pause option. Okay, good to know. So the live, it might not show. Well, let's just get going. So I have my Ziploc bag here and I have a glue mixture. Now I couldn't find just plain PVA glue. I know it's just white school glue, but I didn't want this one. I wanted a big thing of it. So anyways, I did get this decoupage glue from Michael's, which I'm sure it's exactly like Mod Podge, but I'm just hoping it's not going to end up as sticky. If you guys have used this brand, let me know. It does say matte, but Mod Podge is always so sticky. So I know that's a brand, but anyways. So I used maybe, I don't know. I used like 1/4 of a cup of this. I'm just gonna experiment. I used almost the whole bottle of this, and then I used like a cup of water. I mean, I didn't really measure. I put it in here, I mixed it all up because you want a really watery glue. I would recommend just using PVA glue, or I mean, white school glue. I think that seems from what I've heard. Now I'm gonna start by gluing down actually, just kidding. I'm going too fast here. I'm gonna take my napkin first, and you want to go ahead and remove, take apart the layers. This can be a little hard, but if you have a little piece of tape, that can help you. So I'm gonna grab some tape. Now, sadly, these napkins I got from Dollar Tree are really pretty, but they only have the center image, so I might tear this, and I don't even have a big enough surface for it anyways, but let's see if this tape situation will help me. You just want to remove your plies of paper towel. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna start with this hydrangea napkin. So I'm gonna unfold it, and I'm gonna try my hardest to remove the layers. I probably should have done this before starting. Actually, no. You know what? It's just nice to see real-time situations sometimes, because sometimes I think that video tutorials can really make it seem like things go so much faster for other people. I am tearing this just because I'm being I'm being a little impatient. It's definitely possible to remove or to take apart the layers. Sometimes I just find that if I have a little tear, it will help me, but okay, let's try that tape again. Tape, where are you? I only have no tape around me. Okay, here. I have double-sided tape. Sorry guys, we're going kind of a slow start here, but like I said, this is real life, and this is what happens sometimes. I just have double-sided tape, so I'm gonna try to see if I can pull apart these, there we go, layers. So that really does help. But now we got tape down here, but that's okay. Go ahead and remove. Now I don't have a very big area here. I could move this over though and use my bigger piece of parchment paper. I think it's gonna work. Also, if you're able to stick around, I want to experiment by using bubble wrap to see what kind of texture we get. So I'll do that next, actually. Okay, so let's see. This almost fits on here. You have to make sure that it's gonna fit on your area. Bummer. What should I do? Should I find something else? No. I'll just trim it down. That's okay. I'll just trim it down. It's fine. I can use this. It's just so pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get some bigger plastic, and I think Natasha used like a cereal liner, and that's such a good idea. I just did not have any. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to glue completely underneath your napkin to start. Hi, Jen. Oh, I am excited to see you. I haven't seen you in a while or talked to you much. Okay, so I'm just gonna mark kind of to give us a guide of where we're gonna be gluing, if that makes sense. And I'm just doing this so messy and quickly. Geez, why didn't I cut the piece off that had the rip? I don't know, because that would make more sense. So now we're going to take our watery glue mixture, and we are going to glue all underneath here. I think you want it to be somewhat of a thin layer. So what are you guys doing? What are you working on? Another thing I'm working on this week is I think I'm going to try and do some eco dyeing. And if you didn't know, I just recently moved and I live right next to a bunch of gorgeous trails. There are so many pretty ferns and plants and flowers in there right now. And so I was gonna go in there and gather some that are just like on the ground. Like, I'm not trying to tear apart the forest, but I think there's enough to spare. And also in my backyard, I have some things. And so I'm going to, I think, hopefully do some eco dyeing to also include in some way for my May Patreon. I really hope this parchment paper works because I know it's supposed to be something plasticky and I didn't have wax paper, which would have been the one to use. So, well, you know, if it doesn't work, it's going to do some kind of something, right? If you guys know, like, if this is going to work with parchment paper or not, let me know. It just, I mean, I don't know. Okay. We have a nice thin layer of glue all underneath here. We're going to then place our napkin down. If you want, you can try to be really careful and not get any wrinkles, but like in the tutorial that I watched, she even mentioned she is someone who kind of likes that texture and wrinkles, and she even creates some wrinkles. So also I'm probably going to do kind of the same, or just not really care if I get wrinkles. I like textured papers. Now, if you wanted it to be more flat and perfect, you can also iron your napkin, but it's going to be a little hard to get it super perfect. So I would just go with the flow on this one. If you notice that you didn't get glue all the way on the edges, definitely go ahead and do that. Make sure that you add some, because I think I didn't go quite enough. I'm a little nervous that the parchment paper is not going to work, but in a minute we'll use plastic again. I probably should have, and this napkin's so pretty. Then take your watery glue mixture and start gluing on. And also, if whoops, I was just gonna say too, I'm looking down here so I don't really see my screen. So if you commented, I'll find it in just a sec. Let's see here. It comes apart much easier when you don't want it to, the napkins. That is so true. Oh my gosh, funny. Hi, Tamra. Oh, whoops. Oh, Bet Ann. Sorry if I didn't say it. Oh, I'm sorry. You were telling me that parchment paper does not work. That's funny. If only I was reading the comments. Oh, okay. Lisa says she tried this last weekend and her napkins stuck. I did, and she used wax paper. Huh. Well, then I'm glad I didn't call this a tutorial. Okay, so Bet Ann, hopefully I'm saying her name right. She said parchment paper is not going to work. So hopefully you're watching this and not crafting along with me. I'm still going to glue over mine real quick. I'm sure I'll get some kind of I'll just cut around and still use it. I mean, that's okay. That's a bummer though. I don't know why I thought I obviously was questioning it. I'm still going to just kind of quickly do this, and we'll do another one together with the bubble wrap. I mean, I think bubble wrap would definitely do something. It's an experiment. This is why when I am kind of getting my prototypes together for my monthly mail, I try not to ever say like, this is definitely what I'm making this month, because I might make something and not like it, or it might just be too time consuming to make 100 of them. I'm not going to give each member like a big sheet of it. I'll probably trim it down and make something out of it, like tags, I think. I'm not sure yet though. So this one's probably not going to work, but I'll try to post the results somewhere just so you can see what I ended up doing with it. Goodness. See, I have my phone up kind of higher than my workstation right now, so I can't see right in front of me. My husband's trying to help me get a setup so that I have like a screen right in front of me. Or I could use I don't know if I can use my computer. Anyways, yeah, I could definitely make room for it. Okay, so let's go ahead and just move this to the side. We'll figure out what we get out of this in a little while. And then we have plastic here as well. I wanted to add some ink. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna do the bubble wrap one in just a minute, like after we do this. I'm gonna use the white piece of the backing of the napkin, because why not use them all? Whoops, I'm making a mess here. But I am going to actually add some spray ink into this one. Since it's clear, I thought that would be fun. We'll do wilted violet. And so I don't want it in my entire glue mixture, so I'm just gonna I don't know, put some in here like so. It's fine if it mixes, but I don't want to contaminate the whole area, or the whole container, I should say. Okay, so Can we just use our silicone mat? I would think so, Jennifer. Like I said, this is my first time making this, so it's a bit of an experiment for me just because I'm following a tutorial. So Lisa said wax paper didn't work for her. I feel like a silicone mat would absolutely work, but I've never tried it. Candy did it last night on wax paper and one napkin worked and the others didn't, but I used clear school glue. I'm curious why it's not working on wax paper. You're wondering if parchment. Yeah, I think the Ziploc bag will definitely work. And if you do have like plastic packaging, like, or from a cereal liner, I feel like that type of plastic would really work. Okay, I'm just doing this because I didn't want to spray all over my area. So I'm just adding a little bit of this wilted violet oxide. And yes, I hear you. I think someone mentioned that it can be frustrating, or that it's frustrating. It can definitely be frustrating, especially when you're so excited to do a project like this. You get all the things out that you need, and in that tutorial, I'm not saying in her tutorial. I'm just saying in whatever tutorial you're watching, they show a process to making something and it works for them, but then when you go to do it, it doesn't work. And I mean, that happens to all of us. I mean, obviously right now that's gonna probably happen to me, and it can just be so frustrating in the moment because you're just like, why is it working for them and not for me? And I just think there's so many factors that can go into it. I know that, I mean, since I make tutorials, I get messages all the time about, maybe my measurements were off and it didn't work for that person, or whatever it is. Like, it didn't, yeah, exactly what I'm explaining. And I always feel so awful. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. I think that there just is so much experimenting that comes along with any kind of crafting, and it can be frustrating. And it's okay to take a break, say, I'm going to come back to this later. But I will absolutely tell you what my results are, and hopefully, you'll have the same results if something worked out for me. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to just try to, I don't think I really have quite enough glue, but I think this adding ink to it's going to make it really pretty, especially since I'm just using a clear. I gotta see what time it is, make sure I'm not running late here. Okay, so I'm just going to place down my napkin here. And if I don't see a comment, I will try and come back to it in just a minute. Okay, I'm just trying to, I'm making a big mess here. All right, I'm gonna have to pour in some glue here because now I'm just gonna remix this up real quick. I'll just keep it this lighter color of purple. I think that's really pretty. Okay, this one has a lot of wrinkles on it, but that's okay. So yeah, hopefully by the end of the day these will dry, and I can just, like I said, I'll post a picture on my Instagram and maybe on the community tab, and I'll let you know. I'll like write out what the results were because it's going to be hard to tell in a picture. But I can also make a quick little video, like I said, and then I'll show you. It might not be till tomorrow because I'm not sure how quick it's going to dry. And once I get my daughter from school, things go kind of busy. I used a lot of glue on the bottom of this one, so it's definitely seeping through, but I think you still want to take the time to go through and just be certain that you get all of this. Now, remember also, I'm experimenting with what glue I used. She said in her video, I think she said, like, you might be able to use Mod Podge, but she didn't. And I used a portion of this glue right here, which is going to be kind of like Mod Podge. So I don't know, might not work. Oh, I remembered something. Sorry, let me go through and just make sure what comments. Hi, Carol. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm kind of experimenting, making some faux rice paper. Jen, good idea. You said, I wonder if you crumble up some dried flowers in that, how cool that would be. That is such a cool idea. But it also reminded me that I don't have any here with me right now, but that's a cool idea. And I think that I would love to try that out. Oh, Carol, join the club. Well, I wanted to say that reminded me of something, Jen. In Natasha's video, she also mentioned that if you like, I don't know, crumble up the corner or all of the edges, like I would have to go back and watch because I can't remember exactly what she said. But you kind of crumble them up, that it's going to be easier to pick it up and pull it up. And even though the parchment paper didn't work for someone, I think, I'm still gonna try it. And so I'm gonna just go around kind of quickly here and try to crumble up these edges. Now you might not like this look too, and you could also cut them off when you're all done, but I think I would like how it looks, to be honest. So I'm just gonna do it at least on one side. I won't take the time. I promise. We'll get going in a sec here, and I'll do the bubble wrap one right after this. I can kind of feel like this is definitely sticking, but that's okay. We're gonna set that one aside. And then I'm gonna grab my bubble wrap. And I might need some more space here. Okay. So I just opened up some bubble wrap that I had. Now I'm gonna make sure to do the right side. I wanna do this like super textured side up. There's a sticker on here, so I'll have to grab that off. And then I'm gonna just check comments one more time to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so I'm gonna get going here, but I promise I will check the comments after when I can take a break to pop up. So if you have any questions or anything, oops, that someone said not to, or the parchment paper doesn't work. Okay, let's make sure we're in frame here. Okay, so we have this. Now the real challenge. Oh, I did want to do, should I do another napkin, which I can't figure out getting the ply apart, or should we do some pattern paper for this one? What do you guys think? I'm gonna wait a second and see. And there's should I do another napkin onto the bubble wrap, or should I do pattern? While I'm waiting to see a couple answers, I'll start trying to get this to pull apart. And I'm just gonna rip a little because I wanna get going here. And you can always save your napkin and reuse the little pieces in collaging and stuff like that. So I definitely don't throw it away. Napkin, okay. Napkin, you were right. Squish up the edges all the way around. It makes removal easier. Okay, good, good. Pattern paper, pattern paper, pattern paper. Okay. Okay, I think majority of you are saying, I know someone still wanted to see another napkin. So since I'm not gonna wait for two, I just wanna kinda get going. So I'll do a pattern paper on here, but if there's time, I'll do another napkin on some kinda. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and find like the real thin pattern. This is so fun. I don't use this stuff enough, and I wish I did, because it's just fun. Wet the tip of the brush to see if the layer will pull off. That's a good idea too. Now, so let's see here. I could just do a piece of this. It doesn't have to exactly be square. I don't know. I was thinking that I needed to find a square piece, but maybe what I can do is do some pattern paper on the bubble wrap, and then I'll have enough space maybe to do some napkin also, if there's time. And my phone is telling me that my battery is low, so hopefully it's not gonna shut on you guys. Like I said, I didn't really plan this out very well, because I was like, oh, let's just start filming. But that's okay. Just move my scraps to the side so we don't spend too much time doing that. Okay, I think that's gonna work just fine. Well, I don't know if, I can't say if it's gonna work fine as in we're gonna have good results with this, but I have enough space. Okay, so I'm just gonna basically glue kind of this whole area. I'm excited to see what happens. Now, I don't know, it might not work because I can already see that a lot of the glue is just, I don't know, it's not really saturating the entire area because of all of the dips and stuff like that, but I think it'll be just fun to see. Why not? Why not? Well, I hope that a few of you that have tried this and didn't have good luck, I really hope that maybe my results will be helpful to you so you can try again. Yeah, like I said, I know it's I mean, I'm a bit frustrated that I put the prettiest napkin on that parchment paper, to be quite honest, and maybe it's not going to work. I mean, but oh well. We have some wins and we have some loses. And I will be honest, a lot of times when I am trying different techniques out, I try them before I film a video. And if it doesn't work, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to make a video on that because it didn't work for me. But I feel like right now I can see how it might be helpful to you guys to know the things that I tried and actually didn't work. So I will try to show that more on my channel. I mean, I always try to, I don't know, I try to mention, you know, if I tried things, but I don't do a whole video. So I'll try to be more conscious of that. And yeah, okay, so I'm just doing my light layer over top as well. This one actually might pull up really easy since it's not completely flat down on like a plastic. So maybe this will be great. We'll see, we'll see. Get a few wrinkles in there because that's fine. I could even fold over the paper a bit. Sorry. Hello, April says she used parchment paper but had to change it after 2 uses. Oh, the silicone sheet. Well, pushing the edges up. Okay, okay. Trial and error. You're right. It's trial and error. Well, this is kind of great to hear. April says that she did parchment paper. Sounds like it worked for her. April, I don't know if you were in here this whole time. Earlier, someone when I asked if parchment paper would work, I didn't realize they said that it would not work. So obviously I'm going to guess that means it did not work for them. So I'm hopeful now. I'm hopeful because I already put a napkin down on the parchment paper. So we'll just, yeah, we're going to see what it does. Okay. So we have our pattern paper down and it's all glued. Okay, I think I have, whoops, this is going to be a mess here. I have time enough to do just a little bit more napkin on this side of the bubble tape. If I can get the napkin pulled apart here. Okay, I'm trying not to, I know I'm off camera for a minute just because everything's wet and I don't want to hang this. Actually, what I'm going to do is I have this napkin like this and I'm just going to cut out the center. Okay, is the first, so this one to my left, this is all plastic. The center I have bubble wrap, and then over here, that hydrangea purple one, that's on parchment paper. So sorry if I didn't answer what you were asking, let me know. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and cut out this napkin real quick. I know I'm out of frame here. I don't have too much space with this desk that I'm on. I don't know why I didn't think to film right in front of my window. I think that would have been better for lighting. Hello. Oh well. Okay. This is a bit messy because I got napkin pieces everywhere. Okay, I cut that out. So now, hopefully, I'm gonna get my finger sticky and like see if that helps. There. Oh, that did help. I just got my finger, I don't know if you saw that. I got my finger a bit sticky and then that was much easier. Okay, and again, I'm saving all of these pieces of napkin because we can still use them. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and just do a big enough area that it will cover the entire napkin. And then I gotta get going. Okay. It is such a pretty day, so I'm hoping to go out on the trails once I pick up my kids from school. And yeah, and start picking up some pretty leaves and things for eco dyeing. That's gonna be so much fun. Okay, although I'm having trouble finding alum, I'm not sure how to say it right. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. I guess it's used in not just eco dyeing, but different dyeing projects. Oh, yes, you're live. Or I'm sorry. Yes, I'm live. I'm gonna go back through. I missed a couple comments, sorry. rip the edge slightly. That will help to separate. I did that earlier, Christine, and I could not get it to work. It's rainy and chilly in Missouri. Rip the edge slightly. That will, oh, I already read that. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I am making faux rice paper. If you're just hopping on, hello. I'm following a tutorial from Treasure Books. I did put the link below in my description. But so for me, this is a bit of an experiment, and I am taking these napkins that I pulled apart, so they're one ply, and I'm just gluing them down. You can see the full tutorial on Natasha's video, but gluing them down to different plastics, because that's kind of the experiment part for me, is I'm trying to see what will work. I tried parchment paper, bubble wrap, and a Ziploc bag that I just cut open. So we'll see. I'm not going to be able to post the results on this video, but I will do an update either on my channel or somewhere so that you guys can see what the results are. Hopefully they'll all work to some capacity where we can just use them. So there we go. That is good to go. I'm gonna have to wash my things here, my brush and my table. I am so glad that you guys were able to join. I know that some of you are just hopping on right now. So you can watch the replay, which will be up in a few minutes, and I probably won't be able to post the results until later tonight. I was trying to think if there was anything else. Oh, if you're wondering what kind of glue I used, I think it sounds like just regular white PVA glue works best. I only had a small amount of just the Elmer's, and I couldn't find a bigger... Anyways, it doesn't matter. I didn't have just enough white glue. So I mixed white glue with this decoupage and then water so that you get a really watery glue. Okay. So anyways, oh, alum is in the spices in the grocery store. So I went to one and I looked in the spice area and the baking, and they had bulk, but I couldn't find it there. And then I just have mostly been looking online to try to see if one of the craft stores had it, but I'll just go to a grocery store because that's what I was thinking too. So that's helpful. If you use plastic on both sliders of it'll take apart easily. Oh. Evelyn says she has too many blank napkins for decoupage. That never happened. This is gonna be great. Oh, good. Oh, good. Don't forget to push the edges for easy removal. Okay. I'm gonna do that in a sec. Still unclear, but Google is my friend. That's so true. Google is our friend. So, yep, you made it such a good point that it's better to kind of, I don't know what the real word would be, but you kind of want to crumble up the edges or like bunch them up a little bit for easy removal. Oh boy, on this plastic wrap, I think it's going to come up super easy. I can just tell it's so different than the others. So I'm not even going to worry too much about this one. Did I do it on the others? I don't think I really did. So let's move that over there, that over there. It might be a little late, but we'll just try anyways. I'm going to try to do it at least on one of the edges here. Uh-oh. Then I ripped that one off. Yeah, it might be too late. This one already started drying, but hopefully. I have an edge actually that came off of the plastic for that one, so hopefully. Smush. There we go. That is the official word, is smush. Also, if you're watching the replay and you're like, you find it annoying that I'm having conversations with other people that you can't figure out, you can actually see the chat that was happening, or I can, so I don't know if that's a setting. I'm pretty sure you can scroll down to where like the playlist and stuff is, and you should be able to press chat, and then if you want, you can at least see what was being said. I think, yeah. Anyways, that's all I'm gonna do for this video, guys, because I have so much more to do, but thank you so much for joining. This was fun. I'm standing up now, so let me know if you have any other questions real quick before I go. I'm trying to figure out what time it is, but I can't see on my phone. Hopefully it's not time to go pick up my daughter yet. You're welcome, Debbie. It's fun to go live and to be able to be interactive and actually, talk with you guys. So, yes, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of the day. Now, if I have enough time, I'm gonna go do something else that's fun, which is stamping on fabric to make little patches, which is also going to be part of the May Patreon mail that I'm so excited for. Oh, it's 2:22 on the east, so let's see, 2, 1. Oh boy, is it 12? I hope it's only 11:22 for me and not 12:22, because that means I would need to be at my daughter's school now, and it takes 20 minutes to get there. Oh, hi to France. I'm actually getting ready to hop off. So sorry, but the replay will help. Yeah, I think it's 11:30 here, or 11:20, whatever. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Bye.